Hi guys, my name is Autumn and I am the owner and artist behind Autumn Serenity Illustration, which is a cute and cozy and wholesome stationery and goodie shop. I normally do studio vlogs, event vlogs, chatty videos, and if you are a regular here, I'm sure you can tell I am not in my studio and I'm dressed kind of weird. It is because I actually have an interview for a part-time job, and I showed up 30 minutes early, obviously, because I am like kind of freaking out. And I decided that since I was going to sit in the parking lot and be nervous anyway, I might as well sit in the parking lot and be nervous with you. So I don't remember exactly what I said in the last vlog because I'm still editing it as I'm filming this one, so I'm not totally sure what I said, but I have been thinking about getting a part-time job to take some of the pressure off of ASI, like financially. You know, everyone knows that things are harder right now. Things are harder for everybody, but things are also harder for small business owners. And I just don't like associating my business and my art with so much stress. Like, I don't like creating art with the idea in my mind like, oh, someone please buy this. And so I had a conversation with my husband about me going out and getting a part-time job to help take some of the pressure off. Originally, that was not an option because I was still undiagnosed at the time. I just don't know if I've said it yet or not because I want to explain more of what's going on in, I think, like a dedicated video. But I did get diagnosed with a chronic illness. The cells in my body do not use energy very efficiently. They don't store energy very efficiently. I was experiencing chronic fatigue, muscle aches, weakness, and that I still have flare-up days, but they're so fewer and far between now since getting treatment. And so this is actually an option now where I can leave my home and try to go work somewhere. So I decided to look up some part-time jobs in my area, and I found a few that actually I was interested in. And I had a phone interview for this job last week, and now I was invited for an in-person interview, and I have to say I'm pretty excited. I think that this will be great. I really do. When I was talking to the manager on the phone, she seemed so sweet and open. She even said to me, like, specifically, like, I want this to be a job that you can fit in while you're still running your business. Like, she saw the fact that I was a small business owner as an asset, not a hindrance to my abilities to be a great employee. She seems great. And basically what it's looking like, if I get this job, fingers crossed, you better be crossing your fingers. I'm hoping by the end of the vlog, I'll be able to tell you whether I got this job or not. And hopefully it's good news because this is my top pick right now. I think that it'll be good. I don't know. This might all turn out to be a disaster. That is true. And if it is, I will certainly document, but I'm really nervous. After the interview, I'll come back and update you guys. There is a giant spider on my car window. I am terrified of spiders. Sir, please go away. It's so big that I just saw its facial expression. And like, don't get me wrong, he honestly looks like a nice guy, but like, I want nothing to do with it. Stop looking at me, sir. Please move on along quickly somewhere else. What do I do? Do I drive? Why did he keep looking at me? He's like making eye contact with me. It's reached out it's like this on the window, like, let me in. I think he's trying to fight. Okay, I'm gonna drive. I am not gonna show you this. Don't worry. I get arachnophobia. I am not gonna show you footage of this. Don't worry. He's not gone. I think the only thing I did was blow him slightly closer to the opening of my door. I have never seen a spider be this aggressive. Like, literally, I was driving around the parking lot when there was no cars. Obviously, I would never endanger somebody over a spider. But whenever there were no cars, I would, like, speed up real quick to try to get, like, air. It started tapping on the window when I was doing that. It was like, let me in. I was like, ah! Never in my life. I'm sweating so much. I am going to get out through the passenger side. Don't care. Like, this is so scary. I am going to get out. Okay. I'm going to compose myself, stop myself from sweating. I'm going to get out via the passenger side and everything's going to be fine. I swear. He is so aggressive. Like, he made eye contact with me. He's like pounding on the window. I'm like, get out of here. And I am not being dramatic. I know that I am dramatic. I get that. I mean, I think being this scared is kind of dramatic because, like, even if he does want to fight, like, what's he gonna do? I'm bigger, right? But the truth is, I really will just run away. Oh, please be gone. Please be gone. Are you gone? I don't trust it. There's no way I trust that he's gone. Okay, I think that it's proper interview etiquette to come in kind of early, and like I really hope they didn't see me driving around like a maniac. That would be unfortunate. Okay, alright, okay, I have to actually go now. Okay, alright, bye. Alright, I'm back and I have multiple updates. The spider's not challenging me to a duel. I think it sees itself in the reflection of my window and is challenging the other spider to a duel. So I certainly feel better about that because I'm like, that guy has it out for me and I know it. He's still here. Let's get into what you really care about. My interview was an hour and 30 minutes long. So fun. I am like stress sweating. I'm sure you can tell. I was like, trying to keep it together in there because I was like, oh. I really like it there. I do. I like it. It's hard to know before you work somewhere, but I think I'd be happy to work there. I don't know. We'll see. She said she's going to let everyone know either by tomorrow night or Friday. They do have a lot of applicants. She was interviewing someone before I went in to get interviewed. I think she liked me, and why I say that is because I like her. And I think that she sees I would be a good fit there because being there, I'm like, I would be a good fit here. I like it here. It's always so hard to tell about these things. Luckily, instead of just like sitting here overthinking it, I have dinner plans with my mom and her best friend, so I can just go straight to dinner and not have to be like, am I gonna get this job? If they don't offer me a job, then it wasn't meant to be anyway, so it's fine. Alright, well, I'm probably gonna talk to you guys either tomorrow or the next day, depending on what happens. Hey guys! I am having a really hard time. I don't know if you can tell by my appearance or my clothes or my nails. I am having a really hard time specifically, okay, so first of all, the last time I filmed was over a week ago, and I believe it was right after my interview that I had that went really well, but I have not gotten a call back. I have called twice and not been able to get in touch with the hiring manager both times, which the interview went really well. I think like at one point she said something along the lines of like, you are a breath of fresh air, expect a call from me tomorrow or the next day. So I really don't know what's going on since it's been over a week. I'm honestly getting ghosted because I've had like other employees leave messages and I don't know what's going on, but to be honest, that is like one of the least of my worries right now. I am ill. I have been avoiding talking about it for as long as I possibly can, and I don't even really know why. I feel like so like I said before that I got diagnosed with a chronic illness, and for some reason like I feel like if I tell you what it is, you're not like, if I tell you what it is, you're going to say that I'm being like dramatic. And let me explain. So I was diagnosed with hypothyroidism. For those of you that don't know, your thyroid is a butterfly shaped, I don't know if it's called a gland or an organ, but it regulates the hormones in your body. And specifically, it regulates, the big one that's a problem for me is it regulates T4. And with hypothyroidism, I do not have enough of the T4 hormone in my body, which means that all of the cells in my body do not store or use energy properly. Because of that, you can have such a range of symptoms. For me, my symptoms are just like incredibly intense, crippling fatigue, brain fog, confusion, memory loss. I have aches and pains like all over. I have chronic pain in multiple parts of my body. Exhibit A. Like everything hurts all the time basically. And one of the biggest things that is so difficult for me is that I have muscle pain and weakness. So on really bad days like today, like going up the stairs in my parents' house. It's like really exhausting. Or like on really bad days, my arms will shake when I'm moving clothes over from the washer to the dryer, or like when I'm putting a bowl in the microwave. And I feel like I have to breathe and take a break after almost anything. Last night I vacuumed for 10 minutes tops, and then I went to bed. Like, it is, I am gonna really try not to get emotional, but it is a lot. And why I didn't want to tell you what it was is because I have had like multiple people in my life be like, oh, that's not so bad. My great aunt whoever has it and she's totally fine. Or my friend from high school has it and she's totally fine. And like, I know they're saying it to make me feel better, but like, I'm not fine. And I worry when people say that, they think that like the fact that I'm not fine is almost like my choice. And it's not my choice. I want to be healthy. I want to feel good. Last vlog specifically, I said that I was feeling really good because I had switched medicines and I was feeling really good. I actually felt, I was like, is this what normal feels like? I felt so good. And then all of a sudden it started going downhill rapidly. Like every day was worse than the last. My doctor got me in for blood work like really quickly, and they think that I am on too much medicine. Now with too much medicine, normally you go into like a hyperthyroid state, which can mean you can be like jittery, your heart rate's too fast, you have sleep disturbances. I was having a lot of sleep disturbances, but besides that, I wasn't showing any hyper symptoms. I was showing more exhaustion, fatigue, hypo symptoms. And my doctor thinks that I have such a surplus of that hormone in my body. She thinks that my body has crashed in order to compensate. So it's stopped like converting T4 into T3, which is a usable hormone for my cells. It stopped the conversion, so certain parts of my body are not getting the energy they could and should be getting, while basically like all of the extra hormone is making me sick. And so they cut my medicine in half, which should help hopefully, but the T4 hormone has a very long half-life, which means it stays around in your body for a long time, very long. It should stay in my body for at least another week. So it will likely be 2 weeks until I start to see some improvement. Last night, I was in so much pain that it woke me up. And like, I should have shared earlier what this was, because I know a lot of people have it, and I know a lot of people would relate, but I was like, when you look on Google, I'm sorry, I'm getting really overwhelmed. When you look on Google, it's like, oh, hypothyroidism isn't a big deal. Like, as soon as you get on medicine, you'll be a normal person. And that's not the case at all. Maybe it is for some of you. Maybe it is for Great Aunt Sally or your friend from high school, but it's not for me. I feel bad. And I was afraid that if I said what it was, like, more people would be like, oh, that's not even a big deal. I have that. Or like, but it affects everybody differently, and it's affecting me really poorly. Luckily, I do have a friend that is hypo, and she's like, no, it sucks. Well, she has a lot of the same symptoms I have, especially like the brain fog. We really talked about how the brain fog makes working like almost impossible, because even routine tasks that are so easy for you, like editing videos for me, for example, like you would think, okay, edit a YouTube video, like girl, just cut out every time you're not talking, like start there. But when you have brain fog, you literally like, you look at your computer and you like don't remember what buttons you normally press. That's how like confused I get. And like I won't remember my keyboard shortcuts. I won't remember where to find my editing application. Like imagine like one day you sit down to work and you forget how your computer works. Like that is what it feels like for me. I feel extremely conflicted. I want to be sharing this and I don't want to be sharing this. I want to share this because I have said a few times that I was diagnosed with a chronic illness, and it's changing my life as in the ways that, like, and like even my sentences aren't going together the way I like my words aren't stringing together because I'm having a hard time like not getting confused, and I keep saying the word like, and I'm sorry. It's because I can't think of the next word I want to say. And I don't remember what I've said so far and what I haven't said. When I first announced that I had a chronic illness, I was doing really poorly. I announced it on my Instagram. I don't know if I'll put the post up or whatever, but I said that I wasn't sure that I could continue my business because I really thought that I would be able to go to the doctor and they would be like, you need vitamin D, and like give me a supplement and then I would be fine. But when I realized, no, I'm going to have to fight this and work on this. Like, for example, if your sleep schedule gets messed up, you can have a flare day because, as a lot of you know, your sleep really, that's when your body regulates your hormones the most. And if I already have a hormone problem, then if I don't get good sleep, then I will have a really bad day the next day. But I'm sleeping 10 hours and waking up tired. And if I sleep 12, then I wake up with a raging headache. When I shared that I have a chronic illness and that I don't know if I can even do my business anymore, and that scares me, so many of you reached out to me, you commented, you messaged me, and you were like, don't worry, I have a chronic illness and I can do this. Like, it's gonna look differently for you than it does for other people. It looks differently for me than it does for other people, but you can still do this. You can still follow your dreams. You just have to switch it up, do things differently. And thank you so much for saying that to me, because like that really meant so much to me, that there are other successful businesses or happy people or people that I know that I didn't even know had an invisible illness like this that are able to still like pursue what they love. I'm sorry, I keep touching my face because you know how like when you're almost about to cry, you keep feeling like tears behind your eyes and like pressure right here. I am trying to like counter pressure it to get it to stop because I don't want to cry, because it's fine. It's fine. So many of you reached out to me, and like just my last video, I was saying that I'm feeling so much better, and I was at that time. That's kind of like when the T4 was building up in my system, so I was feeling like really great and then really, really bad. I don't want like other people that reached out to me that are dealing with this, that deal with flare-ups, that deal with relapse and symptoms, to be like, well, she got medicine and now she's totally fine and never has an issue again. That's not... I don't want anyone to think that, because that would really discourage me if I was still dealing with it and I was still dealing with flare days, and that would really discourage me if someone else that I confided in about that just was totally fine, and I would be like, what's wrong with me? Like, why am I different? And why I know that is because I do feel that way about these faceless people I don't even know. Like, oh, they're fine. Okay. And because it's invisible, I'm struggling with that too, because when I'm laying on the couch or laying in bed and can't do so much, like I look fine, and it makes me feel so guilty. Like it makes me feel like a bad partner, a bad wife, oh my God, do not cry. Do not cry. We're gonna stop going in that direction because it is upsetting me. I say this because it would help me. Me sharing this, if I were in your shoes, it would help me. And I said before, like, if I'm going to share content, I'm going to be real. And that is what I'm trying to do. But then even in the back of my mind, I'm trying to get healthy first. And then I am trying to get a part-time job. And I think, is it a really good idea for me to share that I have an illness and sometimes I relapse in symptoms? And like, am I going to get hired if people can find this information about me? And would it not be better to lie? You know, and I don't want to lie. I feel like it hurts other people that are dealing with the same things for me to lie or to pretend like everything's fine. And more than that, like if you are someone that follows my content very closely, you'll probably see by the time this video goes up, it might be like a week or two from this moment. So you'll probably see that my content has stayed pretty steady. pretty steady across all of my social media accounts, and you'd be like, well, like, you're clearly pushing through. But when I was feeling good, thank goodness, but I edited and made and scheduled content for the whole next month. And right now I have about 1 week of content left. And to think that, like, I burned through an entire month of content without being able to make any more because, like, this is how, like, I can't make any art. So I don't like showing up like this. I don't like showing up negative. I don't like talking about negative things. I really want my platforms to be somewhere positive, somewhere you go to feel good. But, like, I had to think to myself, like, do I feel good on someone's page that acts like everything's perfect and that they're perfect all the time? No, I don't. And so even though this is not positive, I don't want to be someone that pretends to have it all together, because I don't. I want you to feel safe on, like, my channels and my platforms, that it's okay to not have it all together, and that it's okay to screw up and be having a hard time, and that you're okay, and that you're valuable and important. And even if you are going through something that isn't visible, I see you, and I am sorry, because I know what that feels like. Luckily right now, I have met some, like, just in this year, I have met some of the most supportive, wonderful women ever. And, like, I have a group of friends around me right now that are really rallying with me and are really so lovely. I have artist friends, I have marketing friends, I have, like, what I mean by that is, like, that's what they do for work, and they're really, like, even trying to help me with their expertise. Like, I appreciate it. Where I am right now is I am at a cafe meeting with one of my friends who is going to help me plan out a pretty big change in my business. And I don't know when I'm gonna talk about it, or if I should right now. Like, I don't really know, but I have to change things, and I am pivoting pretty much 180 degrees. This time has just been such a strong time of reflection for me, where I had to look at my business and say, like, with this new knowledge about myself, is this what I want? Is this what I want to keep running? And the answer is no. I'm over it. I had to think, like, when I'm tired, when I'm having a bad day, what would have helped me? I am going to suck it up, just for the time being at least. I'm going to put a smile on my face and let my friend know that I appreciate her so much for coming to help me. And she is going to help me come up with a new plan and a new direction for Autumn Serenity illustration. And I am mourning the loss of what I wanted. What I always wanted was to have my own art shop and to have, like, seasonal launches, and it is too much for my health. That's what I really need to focus on right now. It's too much. And I need something that is more sustainable, that brings me more joy, and that hopefully is more comforting for you all. Hopefully you'll like it more. I just need to change things, and I don't know when I'm gonna be ready to talk about exactly what I'm doing, because I don't know exactly what I'm doing. But it's gonna be better than how it is now, and that's what's important. I am okay. I don't want any of you watching this right now to worry about me. I don't want you to worry about me. I am okay. I have a very supportive network of people around me. My doctors are listening, taking me really seriously. They're checking my blood work. They are in communication with me so closely. I'm gonna figure this out, and I'm gonna be okay. And I'm gonna be less emotional in a few minutes. Well, party people, that was depressing. I loved seeing my friend Amanda, of course, but first of all, I literally start to feel better in there as we start talking about some changes I can make. With her help and her advice and her guidance, I have to close my shop, which is really difficult for me because that was my dream. My shop was my dream. My dream was to be like a small stationery shop owner and to sell at conventions like across the country. That's what I wanted, and literally none of that's working, and it feels like a loss. And in some ways it is, in some ways it isn't. Like, it is a loss because I have to grieve what I wanted for what is the truth. And the truth is, it's not working. It's not working for me. It's not working for you all. This is gonna sound really harsh, but like, I understand better now that I have failed myself quite a bit, because I haven't been showing up with the kind of like content consistency and vibe consistency I should have been. Like, I feel like with my short form content, and why I keep talking about my short form content is that's where I started. Like, my YouTube is very new, and where I really started was like on Instagram, and I just kept trying new stuff all the time. When you look through my account, it's not predictable. You don't know what I'm about to post, and I don't blame you guys for not knowing what you're gonna get from my account, because guess what? Like, every month I go in not knowing what I'm gonna post. It's just completely not working. My views have been going down consistently, my engagement has been going down consistently, and I'm getting frustrated and overwhelmed because everything I do put energy in right now is taking so much of my energy because I don't have any. And like, running a shop right now, it's not working, and I don't want to pretend like it is. It's not a loss because I'm not losing anything. There's nothing to show for it anymore. Running a shop and coming out with seasonal product launches that are like 10 plus products or whatever, it's just too much. It doesn't matter if it's too much workload for me because it's not working for you anyway. I'm not getting sales anyway. My revenue has completely tanked. I'm not over it. I have to move on, so I need to be ready to move on. What's hard for me is a lot of the products in my shop I love so much, and I feel bad that they're not going to be available anymore. And like, when I made them, I thought, it was like, oh my gosh, this is so pretty, I love it. I'm not gonna throw them away, but there's no point for me to keep paying to have all of these listings be live and this shop be live this whole time for nothing to move. This is such a weird experience for me, but I have seen some of the clips of my old videos where I am saying in the videos, like my first Art and Heart, I'm like, don't be afraid to change things up, don't be afraid to learn, like, go for it. And then in the very last vlog I posted, I was like, I just love when people just decide to change their life, go a different direction, know that it's okay to pivot, that it's okay to change your mind. And like, I'm editing that this week, like before I posted it, I'm like, am I talking to myself right now? Like, I want to take my own advice. I don't want to be somebody that says one thing and does another. And even though I am scared and sad and grieving, I know that I can do something better. Better for me, better for you all, something I enjoy more, something you enjoy more. And just because it's not what I thought I wanted, it doesn't mean that it's not what I will want. It doesn't mean that it's not what will bring me joy. I need to change things up, and I need to flesh it out because I'm not totally sure what I'm gonna do. I've got some ideas, I've got some things I'm gonna research, and then of course I need to start feeling better. And once I start feeling better, it'll be easier for me to figure out where to go next. Then I finally get the long-awaited info. I got an email from that place that I interviewed at, and I did not get the job. So they have been essentially avoiding me for over a week now to just tell me I do not have the job. I'm a big girl, I can handle that info, like, just tell me. I'm not even upset about it. First of all, when it was taking them this long to message me back, I kind of saw this coming anyway. I was confused by it because my interview went so well. I was told that I was exactly the person they were looking for, exactly the kind of person they were looking for, a breath of fresh air. I was like, they're like, expect a call from me. Here's like our pamphlet to learn about our services. I can't help but be a little bit annoyed, obviously. That's natural. But since it seemed so meant to be, since it seemed like it was going to work out so much, I can't help but think that there's a reason it didn't. As in, like, maybe it just wasn't the right time for me. I think right now I need to focus on my health, realign my business with new values, and basically I need to get my life together. So, although this is officially the weirdest and most depressing vlog ever, I think I'm gonna leave it here. This isn't like at all the kind of content I want to make for you guys. It's not at all the kind of content I enjoy making. I would much rather make something fun. And this has not been fun, but it's also been the truth. And I want to be someone that shares the truth. I just need to be done. And frankly, today needs to be done. I'm gonna be okay. It's gonna be fine. I'm not quitting, but I will be pivoting. When I know what that's gonna look like, I will show it to you. But I am gonna go home now. Thank you for watching. This was a hard watch. I'm sorry. And my next video will be happier than this because I can figure this out. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for all of the kind words everyone has said to me. Thank you for all of you guys are so nice to me, and I really appreciate it. And I am sorry that my shop will have to close, but I will try to make something else. All right, bye guys.